It's Sunday. What is it? October 8th. I'm so cold. I wrote some writing prompts about some things that were important to me. I woke up the other day. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I was up for absolutely no reason. I got up and I put my hand on my desk to walk to the other side of my room. And I got a flash from one of my kids' perspective of me. And it made me think about what I truly am to the people in my life and what I actually mean to them. And it really made me think. It made me realize that it's very important for us to define ourselves. I try to do that every morning before I even get out of bed. The first thing I do, other than giving thanks, say thank you or whatever for me waking up, I call all my energy back to me because I truly believe that when I expose myself on social media and people see your pictures and your videos, you are in their mind. They take energy from you. When they think about you, it takes energy from you. And so I like to call that energy back to me because I find that I will get exhausted and it's because my energy is depleted. So I had to look at where I'm leaking energy, and a lot of that is from other people sapping it. You feel me? Vampires are very real. They suck energy, not necessarily blood. You feel me? Energy vampires. Very real. So it's very important. I found how important it is. Like, it's so, so, so important to define yourself. So that's the next thing I do. I am a teacher. And I also ask Spirit to give me the strength to be these things. Like, the other day I was thinking, I am a parent, but let's break that down. That's how my mind works. I like to strip things down to the bare roots and find out what things really mean. And I realize that being a parent means that I am my children's teacher, you know, and that gives more of a value to my position to me when I pose it like that, and to my children as well. One of them was coming out the side of their neck the other day, and I'm like, listen, do you understand? When I correct you, it's coming from a place of love. I'm your parent, but I'm your teacher. You know what I'm saying? Just look at me like I'm your teacher. So if I course correct you, it's not personal. Because if you're looking at it like, oh, my parents correcting me, they get emotional. You feel me? Because parenthood, you're also, well, for me, I'm also have a friendship with my children. I'm not their friend, but I have a friendship with them. You understand? So when I correct them, sometimes they get in their feelings. So when I posed it to them differently, like I'm your teacher, it took that personalization off of the correction, and I found that I've gotten a much better response. Everything I do is so I can be a better parent and a better person, you feel me, and make my relationship with Spirit better. So anyway, defining the self. Yeah, so I define myself. I define myself as a teacher, boom. Then the next thing I define myself, I am a writer. You know what I'm saying? I am a magic worker. I am a scribe. I am, and keep going on and on and on. And that helps me to stand in my purpose throughout the day, because sometimes I find if I do not do this, I forget. I've gone years and years forgetting who I was, and getting distracted is very easy. You go to sleep, you wake up, and it's like your memories erased. I forget that I make music. I forget that I have goals. I forget that I'm not poor. I forget all of these things, and I get caught in a lack mentality. This is the past I'm speaking of. Then I would get caught in this lack mentality and just forget what my purpose was. I would be caught up in the constant make money, pay bills, eat food, keep the house clean, worry, stress. What do they think about me? Am I enough? Am I doing this? Am I doing that right? And that was like all I focused on, instead of focusing on what I'm here for, which is to make music and to be a good mom and to raise children that grow up and do things that help elevate the energy in our society. You feel me? This is what makes life worth living. And if you don't know who you are, if you haven't defined yourself, how can you find your purpose to be passionate about anything? So these are the things that I have started to do that I didn't do before at this stage in my development. You feel me? The shadow side of defining myself, I also had to look at, my defects or whatever. The darker parts of me that maybe aren't so great, like being bipolar, which means a lot of times I am not as seemingly productive as I think that I want to be. I'm not consistent, you feel me? So I have to, instead of try to fight that and change something that I'm not able to change, I can work with it, like knowing that my schedule may not look like everybody else's. My schedule might not be a technical 9 to 5. I might work 2 hours on and take 6 hours off. I might work 2 weeks on, work 2 weeks off. You know, my levels are high and low as far as energy, but I've always been this way. And it's not just energy levels, it's like focus. Like I'll write for 6 months and then not pick up a pen for a year. That's how I used to be, but that's when I wasn't conscious. So it's like knowing yourself and defining yourself, not in a way that'll get you stuck, but looking at what you are and what's important to you, and then it'll affect what you do and what you get. So, yeah, love you. See you in the next video. Defining yourself.